This is how the Canelo fans feel right now. Have you seen them on social media? They've been sad.
I never know how you about to start. We don't discuss this in pre-pod, nothing. You don't tell me nothing. I'm just as surprised as y'all are when we start the show.
They got my man Canelo people like.
Each time I
What they say? Pain in my
rather be dead.
Hey man, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast. Your premium spot to talk sports with the average guys, man. Hey man, my name is Anthony.
Right.
This is my main man, Kenny.
What's happening?
Catch our episodes right here on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
You're a fool, bro.
Hey man. At first I wasn't gonna play it, but then like I just saw how everybody was acting like Canelo. Like,
oh my God. Yeah. I
mean, it was just wow. So we're gonna talk about that. Let's try to get into it, man. Canelo Crawford last night on Netflix, man. Hey man, first thing before we even get into it too deep, bro. Hey, having a ring walk at 12:30 is crazy.
Gotta talk about it.
Having a ring walk at 12:30.
Talk about it.
Wow. not hitting the first bell till 1 o'clock is crazy, bro.
It texted me, it was like, hey bro, it's at the midnight. They ain't the ring walk. Yeah, I think they was announcing
they were still announcing the other fight.
They was still talking about the last fight. I was like, yeah, bro, we here for a long one, gang.
Yo,
we here for a long one.
That's crazy, dog. Like, bruh.
I don't understand.
The first bell didn't ring till 1 o'clock in the morning.
I don't understand.
Bro,
it.
you know how many Alanis I drunk, bro? Stay awake, dog.
I don't understand it, bro.
I still fell asleep around 5. Woke up around 6.
Like, God damn, I understand the fights in Vegas, but bro,
the problem is they start the undercard to the main undercard not till 9, bro. You gotta start them at 7, bro.
Easy.
And then the main event start at least at 11. That's cool. I'm cool with it starting at 11. That's 9. That's about like 8, 9 o'clock. But not starting the ring walk at 12:30 and then a 1 o'clock. Like say what you want to say. Yes, you make money off the gate. I get that you want to have a lot of people at the gate, but the real money is made off of how many people was watching that stream.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and man. That was late, bro.
You trying to maximize what you make at the gate, but again, those tickets are already sold, bro. Those tickets are been sold, bro.
Was late, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
that's killing fight parties, bro. Nobody want to buy anybody's house at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not leaving out, getting back on the highway or however y'all travel to get back to your house.
Even the person that's hosting it, like who wants somebody at their house at 1 o'clock in the morning?
And I'm not holding that charge in my head if like we had a fight party and we drinking and you know what I'm saying?
Liquor. In VA where we at around 1
a.m.
So the club is closing and the fight just started. Like it killed it on the East Coast.
My best homies on the road at 1, 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, go ahead and drive. I know we've been drinking, turning up, trying to get ready for this fight. And bro, you gotta go home.
It killed it.
Come on, bro.
If you did happen to stay up, man, right there on Netflix, Canelo versus Crawford. Unless you've been living under a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Crawford beats Canelo.
There we go.
In my eyes, very handily. I think I gave Canelo 2 rounds.
Oh, you have it asleep like that?
Oh, he blew.
My fiance had it like that too.
But you had Canelo winning more rounds?
More than 2, yeah.
No. Them cards, whatever the judges saw, that 116, 112.
That's where I had it too.
You had Canelo win 4 rounds?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I had at least about 116, 112.
Nah, big dog. I had complete dominance by Crawford.
Okay. No,
complete dominance.
I still had Crawford.
I only had Canelo win maybe the 3rd round and maybe the 7th round. Maybe I think Crawford kind of put up the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't see, and it was still close rounds. I don't. Yeah.
The thing for the rounds that I did give Canelo, it was like, all right, I didn't see that much variation from. Definitely when I started picking up the 5th round, I noticed the pace change from Canelo in the 5th round. I was like, all right, I'm gonna give you that. Because I feel like that was more of a strategy for Canelo. Like, all right, now it's time to pick up the pace. Let's go to, like I said during our before this fight, hey, let's change gears real quick. Let's take him in the deep water, see how he performs then. So I gave that 5th, 7th, probably like an early round between 1 and 4, and probably like a late round 2.
I gave him 2 rounds. That was a struggle. I really only wanted to give him 1. So this is what like this fight here was complete dominance on Crawford's side, something that I like did not expect to see. It wasn't that he could hurt Canelo. He never hurt Canelo. I don't think he ever hurt Canelo. But Crawford showed people this is how you fight at distance. When you are the taller man, I don't want to say with the bigger man. When you are the taller man and you have longer reach, he showed people how you use that reach. Put on a boxing masterclass. I knew he could outbox Canelo. I thought the power of Canelo was going to get to Crawford. But early in the fight, Crawford established that he was going to be busy, right? Didn't stay still. You know, Canelo wanted to cut off the ring. And when Canelo did cut off the ring and wanted to come inside because he was a shorter guy, Crawford hit him. Every time Canelo tried to come in, hit him. Not with just one shot.
Hands
double up. Boom, 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 boom. Canelo tried to get to the body early, but the body shots didn't really affect him. But Crawford off the rip hit like every time he came and tried to come inside, Canelo had to come inside because he was shorter, had to come inside. Crawford, bam, bam, hit him with something. Boom, 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 hit him. Not hurting him because he couldn't hurt. The power didn't transfer.
I don't think that was a strategy.
He couldn't hurt him.
Yeah.
And then after a while, Canelo just had to like just try to get inside by any means necessary. And that's when we saw some more of the power shots coming through. It was just a masterclass of, okay, I'm going to box with you. Okay, Canelo tried to take a little breaking around. Okay, I'm standing in the phone booth with you. Let's trade punches a little bit. All right, let me get back out. Let's keep you at a distance. Every time Canelo tried to come inside, he was getting hit. And that's what people preach to guys that have the reach. If you the taller guy, there's no reason why the guy should be getting hit. They see some type of punishment every time he comes inside. And that's what he did to Canelo. Canelo wasn't even like, I think like in the 10th round, you saw Canelo get frustrated. He kept knocking him off balance. Every time Canelo came inside, meek, knocked him off balance, had to reset. Meek, knocked him off balance, had to reset. So it wasn't like Canelo could never get comfortable and really get them body shots in there or get a good counter punch in because Crawford kept him at distance every time. And like everybody kept waiting for Canelo to drop the power shot. He couldn't because he was getting knocked off his balance. Every time he came inside, jab. Every time he came and tried to come inside, 1-2. 1-2. Uppercut. Boom, 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 boom. He was just getting hit constantly to the point where like he got frustrated to the point where he couldn't get a clean shot on Crawford.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, it was a master boxing class. Shout out to Crawford and Bomac. They had a game plan. At first, they weren't gonna let Canelo bully him.
Yeah,
because he was bigger. Canelo was definitely bigger. You could tell after they rehydrated, Canelo was bigger. He wasn't gonna let Canelo bully him. He wasn't afraid to stand in there with him. But also, he said, "Hey, I'm taller. I'm longer. I'm gonna keep him. I'm gonna get points here." And I think he knew once he couldn't hurt Canelo, because I don't think nothing hurt Canelo. He was like, "All right, but I can throw some power punches even to show the judges and knock him off balance." And it was a masterclass in boxing. Probably one of the greatest boxers in the world, and probably the greatest boxer in the world against the other greatest boxer in the world right now. And still, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bud.
I had Bud with if I had to name like three points why I think Bud won, or I don't know if they had any part of his strategy at all, but 3 things that I saw Bud do just stellar throughout the fight. 1, conditioning, and we talked about that a lot, especially like jumping up 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
Coming from 154 to 168. It was like, all right, what's Bud conditioning going to be?
Yeah.
Stellar conditioning.
Yeah.
Even going to your point about way Canelo wanted to like cut off the ring. He could never cut off the ring. Bud was too flight-footed.
But he wasn't scared though. He did stay there.
Yeah, but that's what even in the
some people try to say he ran. I don't mean cut you off, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Some people try to say he ran, but he didn't run. He stood there. And he got his shit off, and he got away. Like
that's gonna be my next point. Go ahead.
But like I'm seeing that a lot. That he was saying, "Oh, Bud ran." No, Bud stood there. When Canelo got him cut off, he stood there, punched his way out, turned him, got out of there.
Yeah,
like go ahead. But it was a master class in boxing. Like that was true boxing right there.
No, but you're like spot on though, right? So like I was kind of talking about this like through the fight with my fiance too. It was just like, hey. the moment that Canelo wants to like plant feet and really get to it, there was never a chance for that. Like again, you want the rare moments where he would catch Bud in the corner. Again, my feet works too good. I'm again turn, get out of that jam in the corner. I'm not gonna stay on the ropes. Most of the time, I'm gonna leave you floating in no man's land in the center of the ring because you're trying to keep up with me.
Yeah.
And the moment you kind of catch your win and trying to keep up with me and try to really get to your offense, I already beat you to the punch.
Yeah.
I already beat you to it. And when I say beat you to the punch, I'm not just throwing onesie twosies. I'm throwing about 3-4 combos in there. And it's again, so I'm going just back to the conditioning that I did not have Bud as a favorite in that aspect of the fight. Coming into this fight, I was like, dang, I don't know where Bud's conditioning gonna be at, like being able to carry that weight. Bruh, a professional is gonna be a professional. And I did not count on that in Bud's favor. He is a professional.
Yeah.
I cannot. We talked about it at length going the other way for being in something that Canelo can take advantage of, but we definitely got to speak on just Bud's conditioning. He still looked fresh going into like the championship rounds.
Yeah.
Still look fresh. Still light on his feet. He kind of smiling and smirking throughout the fight.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you ain't do nothing yet. Even with the body punches that Canelo was landing.
Yeah.
It was like, bro, not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
That's true training, true preparation. So again, just in that aspect of it, gotta tip my hat to Bud. 2, you mentioned how you trade with Bud, bro. We gotta give credit where credit's due. Toe to toe with that man.
Yeah.
Now, again, we're not saying that I don't think it was ever a strategy that Bud was going to be the stronger fighter or the more powerful fighter. That's not where you have to win. But you do got to win those trades, though. You do got to win those exchanges. Being, that I'm not going to just back up if I get, after I hear a power punch come through, after you land, one of your heavier punches, I'm not just going to back up immediately and retreat.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand in that same pocket and trade with you. Again, something else I definitely like. Again, this is like one of those moments like, all right, I'm gonna expect Canelo to be better in this standoff. Like you already been chasing this man around the ring. If you're gonna stand toe to toe with him, this is where you gotta win. Yeah. This is where Canelo has to win this fight right here.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Yeah, not when he was standing there.
Nah. Bro, and again, even then I can kind of see it from Canelo's point of view. It's like, all right, boom. I finally caught you. We standing toe to toe. What's my strategy? It's like I didn't have an offensive strategy until we got here. I wasn't even thinking about it. Now my mind is going a million different points like where I can attack.
Yeah.
But again, being that you're already fighting at my pace, you've been fighting this whole fight at my pace. Oh yeah, I've been like one or two moves ahead of you already. So when it comes time to trade, I already know where my offensive game gonna come from.
Yeah.
Now you just finally caught up to me, but bro, I've been ahead of you. So any strength that you had from like your, trying to get power from your legs, that's already drained because I had you running this whole time, trying to catch up with me. So and I'm not scared of nothing coming back. Or any offensive attack you got coming back in my way, I'm not scared of it because your legs are gone. Yeah. You ain't really planting your feet right now. You more so getting ready to run again, trying to stay light on your toes so you can get ready to move again, as opposed to trying to plant feet and really get an attack going. And I'm gonna beat you there all day. Yeah. So that's why you kind of see like Canelo was more so throwing like, I'm gonna throw one, 2, but it was like an elongated combination. Mm-hmm. And that's where Bud was just again, where that lightweight prowess kind of comes into play where Crawford's more used to throwing like a 3, 4, 5 punch combo. Yeah. And that's like a skill he probably picked up from being a lighter fighter. Yeah. Still had that hand speed too.
Well, he did.
Again, that's what I'm saying, just beating him to the punch every time.
Yeah.
So
it was like I said, it was more like from what I saw, it was just that Crawford the plan was there. The plan was we can stand there when we got to stand there. We're going to fight when we need to fight. But the main thing is we're going to use our lift. I'm going to use my lift. I'm going to use my reach. And every time Canelo has to walk in and try to get somewhere, set feet to get going, I'm hitting him. So either he's going to come through and stay through and fight through the hits. And Canelo's not your normal Mexican fighter, right? He's not like a Barrios or not saying he's not better, but the styles like an Isak or any Mexican fighter that's just gonna fight through them punches and just go say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I down the sword. Right. Canelo's really a counter puncher. Was a counter puncher. That's how he beat Triple G. He was more of a counter puncher, and he has a little bit more boxing prowess than like your normal Mexican fighter that's just going to be like
better defense.
I'm going inside, whatever. So he really wants to like set his feet, proper footwork, move my head, get in there. Crawford didn't let him do that. Every time he came in, make, knock him off balance. Now I'm moving. Now you come chase me again. Okay, you gotta get in, make, knock me off balance again. Damn, I gotta reset.
Every time. Every time.
And then like it frustrated Canelo to the point where like he just couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't really get no good shots.
Visibly frustrated.
You know what I'm saying? He was visibly frustrated. Like I said, it wasn't hurting him. He just couldn't get no shots.
Couldn't get no game going.
Even that real good punch he saw me hit him, he turned his head. He was just like turned his head like he turned back like damn, got me again. Like they like hurt him. He just like damn, shit. I gotta get back. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like. And Crawford game plan was like I'm gonna stand here and fight what I need to fight. But I'm the taller fighter. We gonna get it. I'm gonna keep him at bay.
I'm telling you.
And that day was just a master class in boxing. Shout out to him and Bomac. They shot me. They shot me game plan. Great game plan. Then like I'm gonna get into other stuff. So like now everybody want to say, well, what does this put Crawford up there greatest of all time? This is what I will say, right? I will say he is the greatest of a generation because he also fought a man that's the greatest of a generation too. Like nothing to take away from Canelo. From Canelo perspective, I'm gonna go there first. Canelo didn't have to take this fight. Man, Terrell got hurt. Hurts him. Canelo didn't have to take this fight. His legacy was already cemented. He did this fight for boxing. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to take this fight. Yeah. Canelo could have just some of the last couple of fights he did, like going up to light heavy, fighting Bivol, doing stuff like he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So like Canelo will go down as one of the greats of a generation. And you can say that yeah, he ducked Benavidez or whatever. If we don't know if he's gonna fight him or not. I don't know if Canelo keeps going. But he fought people. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that he didn't get in the ring. And taking this fight shows that he wasn't ducking no smoke. He didn't have to fight. This did nothing for his legacy, right? On the other end, Crawford needed this fight. I think Max summed it up best in this fight that Crawford needed this fight to really kind of cement his legacy. Because a lot of people said that he didn't really fight nobody. He don't have the name recognition on his fights. He had the Spence fight, and then he had this fight. I think this fight holds more weight because, yes, he 3-class undisputed, but he fought a Canelo that's still very active. I think the Spence fight, a lot of people look at that as like my man came from an accident, a lot of other stuff that's coming out that he was going through. A lot of people still say you didn't fight the best version of Errol Spence. And that still sits there whether the Crawford fans want to admit it or not. You know what I'm saying? You didn't fight the best. Not saying you wouldn't have beat him, but I still think after seeing this, I think you might have still beat my man. That's a lot for me to say because that's my man. But
you might still beat Spence in this shape.
Yeah, in the shape. Okay. I think it would be close, but we won't know because you didn't see the best version of him. All right. I think this fight helped his legacy, because now you're undoubtedly a 3-division champion, 3-division undisputed champion. Nobody, you could take away that he didn't fight. Then the resume of names can't overshadow what you've done. So nobody can not call you the greatest of a generation. Because even though you don't got the name resumes per se, nobody can take away that you were a 3-division undisputed champion.
That's a hell of a feat.
You know what I'm saying? 4-division champion. You can't take that away from him. Even though you look at the names, they be like, but even if he stops now, greatest of a generation. Canelo, greatest of a generation. One of the greats in boxing, both of them. I'm gonna let you go before I say my greatest, like where he goes up on the GOAT list for me, but definitely the greatest generation. I think Crawford needed this fight a lot. I needed this fight for a legacy fight. This cements him Because if he doesn't win this fight, people start questioning.
Yeah, I think before this fight, Canelo already cemented Hall of Famer. You can say Bud was already cemented Hall of Famer. I think it was more still on the fence. I don't know if I'll say cemented.
I think he was cemented. I think it was like a level.
I just think it was more so like, oh yeah, we ain't even questioning that after the fight. But pre-fight, it was kind of, I don't want to say it was just as cemented, like no question, no doubt. He's going into the Hall of Fame. I think after this fight, still Canelo, Hall of Fame fighter. That was already done. That was already proven, done with. But hey, don't even question me. Again, 3-time undisputed champion. You cannot knock the feet. You cannot knock the feet, like bro. Yeah. And just coming off the last 2 times he went undisputed, whether he's against Spence, whether it was in this case against Canelo, where you talking about 2 of the top tier guys each time. He had to go face the guy each time.
Arguably, pound for pound.
Yeah, best guys. He had to fight the guy each time.
Canelo one means more because I said, everybody say I make excuses for Spence, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but that fight it wasn't the best. Everybody know that wasn't the best version of him. And this was the best version of Canelo. Older version, but still the best version of Canelo, right? Mm-hmm. So, like I said, Spence, I think he needed this fight after the Spence fight.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like where it was going to go. Like where was Bud going to go after this? Like he was kind of looking like, all right, is he going to stay at 147? All right, he didn't do that. Trying to see if he was going to defend it. He could have made a career run just there at 47. He jumped up, fought Madrimov, Mean Machine. Like, all right, cool. You gonna stay at 154? Again, you could have made a legacy in each division.
Yeah.
And again, nobody would have complained. He's at what? I think after last night, moved into 42-0. Yeah. 41 or 42. I could be
42.
Wrong. 42. Okay, you could move to 42-0, but at any point you could say, hey, I had a hell of a run, hell of a career. Again, you could say more likely than not, you're a Hall of Famer already. Yeah. But still choosing to take that Canelo fight this weekend, bro, it was like, all right, no, again, we're looking for greatness. My legacy is built off just pure greatness at this point. And again, that's what you wanted. If you wanted to pretty much plant both feet, be cemented in, being amongst the boxing greats, because it's pretty much unheralded, bro. Not that many people could say I went undisputed. Okay, I went undisputed twice. I went undisputed 3 times.
Yeah,
that's hard to pew pew at and just say, okay, that's he ain't one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, so now we speak of the greatest to ever do it. So now people say, where does he land in this GOAT? I said greatest of a generation, hands down, right?
Mm-hmm.
But where does he land for your GOAT debate?
I'll name a few names and tell you where he's going to. All right, I got you. I can tell you where amongst. If I throw out a few names, I'm gonna just start with the most predictable one here. If I had to put him in front of Floyd Mayweather, couldn't do it. Again, challenging the whole undisputed idea we just got done talking about, but I think the resume is better for Floyd.
Mm-hmm. Let's take the heavyweights out too. I don't want to talk about the heavyweights.
Yeah, because I don't like. Just talking about his peers.
Okay.
As far as like staying in that related division or somewhere, at least in the vicinity of that same division, right?
Yeah.
So Floyd, no. Oscar.
De La Hoya?
Yeah. I think he got Oscar De La Hoya.
Like for me, I would say it's Floyd. I'm talking just from well to the middle. I'm gonna say Floyd, Sugar Ray, and you can interchange that however you want to do that. He might be up there because, I think it's Crawford's hard because he dominated so heavy. a lot of people, but his the name recognition though.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes down to like resume, like who he beat to do it again at the top, his signature wins are pretty damn high, bro. Like again, if I say my top two best fights were with everything on the line, and I had to face the guy, and I won by knockout, one by a unanimous decision.
The modern era middleweight to welterweight type guy, I think you can put him behind Floyd. Modern era. I think it's Floyd and him, and then you got some other guys. Probably put Canelo in there at 3. You could put in the modern era, I'll still put Earl up there for the run he did. A lot of them guys' runs were so short now in this modern era. Like if we talking longevity, you know, you count Benavidez, but Benavidez is up to lightweight now. I mean light heavy, but his middleweight run good up there. But like as far as like GOAT, we're gonna talk about the greatest of all time. Of course, you got Sugar Ray, Hearns, Hagler is up there. Canelo's gonna be up there. I think Bud goes in that conversation.
And all them.
Yeah, I think Bud. You have to put Bud in that conversation. I think he's above De La Hoya, Sugar Shane Mosley, and all them jokers too. I think Bud, just off of the 3-time undisputed, like you said, when everything is on the line, he dominated both times. When everything was on the line, he dominated the Smith fight, dominated the Canelo fight. I mean, it wasn't even close.
That's the close
decision.
Or best of this generation.
Yeah, he's the best of this generation, and he fought the other person that's probably gonna go with the second best of this generation, and arguably the third best of the generation. You add Earl in that. So I mean, you can't take that away. Big time fights, man. It was no one better.
Stand out.
It was no one better. He called his shot. So
I'm saying, so again, in order to beat out the GOATs in this, in this like more modern era, like for him to be past, like to surpass a Floyd, right? What would it take? Like say to reach that 50-0 mark. He's next. Let's say he did. He again pressed his foot down on the gas, says, "Hey, I'm going to 50 and I'm done."
I think he moved up to Canelo now, so I don't think you do not. You're not gonna keep fighting.
Oh no, he already said I'm not coming. Like in his post fight interview, post fight conference, however you want to say it. He already said I'm not coming back down to 154.
So he's gonna stay in the middle.
He's gonna stay at either at the very lowest, probably go 160, 168. I doubt he go up.
He's not going up. He ain't gonna fight like him.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense. I mean, it's fight still to be had. You probably can get that Boost fight rocking. If Boost want to move up to 160,
yeah.
You can probably get the Charlo fight. It's fights to make money now. Not really fights that I think.
He doesn't need nothing. That's also the
other
important
fights
factor.
He at that point with Floyd now just fighting cash for money.
Fighting like Berto and stuff like that.
I would like to see him and Boost get in the ring. I would like to see if Earl actually comes back with some real action. And actually get himself back right, and he looks good again. I wouldn't mind seeing that rematch again down the road. Like that'd be a minute though. I don't know how much Donald Crawford will fight, or how many more fights Earl wants to do. If Earl still is going to keep doing it,
yeah.
I would like to see that with him at full strength.
I'm saying it's all in a matter of like if he continues.
I think more, yeah. Like I think with Crawford is now if he wants to choose to fight. Like if you want to fight a Boost, if you want to fight, I don't know who's at middleweight now. That's really like that. A lot of middleweight guys been left.
Yeah, if he chooses to fight like a Ortiz or
I don't think you fight like, Caleb. You don't need to fight Caleb.
Yeah.
Benavidez, I doubt come back down to 168. That don't make sense. Like I said, maybe a Charlo that would make some money and he can sell a fight. Like I said, now you're just fighting if the money makes sense.
It's only reason to fight now is just fighting ghosts, pretty much. Like only thing you fighting is to compare my legacy to the greats that did it before me.
Yeah.
Because no, there isn't a supply of fighters out here now that's going to give me that same, like, in a sense, my biggest paydays are already behind me now, especially after this past weekend.
Yeah.
My biggest paydays are done.
Yeah.
Unless, like you said, me and Errol running back again.
See, Errol have to do a lot, though. Like for that fight that really people care again,
Yeah, it'd be like 2
Errol
fights.
would have to fight Charlo, get him out of here, and probably go fight Boots and Norman, have them move up, get him out of here at 154. Then Errol would have get his name back a little bit, like, oh, he done got, especially if he fight Boots at 154, 160,
get him
and
out
get
here.
Boots out of here. Then now it's making sense. Now it's like,
back in shape.
Oh, he back in shape. This the Earl that everybody know. Hey, this might be the guy.
And it's at the perfect weight too. So let's say we stay at like 160 something.
Yeah, we stay at 160. Let's run it back and see what it looked like. That's the only fight that is like you dominated, but did you see him at his best? People still have that in the back of their head. Not saying, like I said, I'm an Earl fan till I die. You know what I'm saying? But not saying he'll win the fight, but the way it looked like that, like you had my man looking crazy.
Nasty.
Yeah. So was that because he wasn't his best self, or that was you? People really are asking that. My man had just flipped his car again. And then we found out, you know what I'm saying, it might have been tipping the bottle a little bit. Lost a little discipline. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only other fighter that it would make sense for in this generation that people compared you to. Like y'all at one point was 1 and 2 pound for pound.
1A, 1B.
You know what I'm saying? So
if I could, I mean, to cut you off, if I could, if we would to push the conversation just a little bit, and this kind of would mean that we'll have to go off until fairy tale land here a little bit. Do you think for the fights that he may have left on the table, again, this is just scenario purposes. Kind of throw weight classes out of the factor for a second. That would mean, do you think Errol will have a shot at beating Canelo in that dominant fashion too?
What Errol are we talking about? We talking
like
about
the same Errol that we think like
he Sean Porter and the Errol that fought.
Right. Errol at his best game. I'm saying the next few names, I'm gonna say at their best game. They're on their A game. Same way Bud was on his A game this past weekend.
I don't know. Earl's a different fighter. Earl's a power fighter.
Do you think it'll be? I think it'll be a fight.
I think
because I'm gonna give you some other names too.
That's Earl.
Yeah. You give Canelo that same type of run.
I'm trying to figure out what Earl. We're talking about like a Sean Porter, Ugas Earl
on his best game.
Mickey Garcia,
Danny Garcia game.
Danny Garcia game.
It can be a quick yes and no, like, hey, yeah, I think
I'm trying to go deeper. Like I think Earl's a bigger dude too. So, and if he's gonna sound crazy, people gonna kill me because when the clip's up, people gonna kill me. I personally think if on Earl on his A game, gets Canelo out of here. Like when I say out of here, like on the mat.
Putting that okay.
Am I crazy?
You're not crazy. I'm just moving. I'm gonna keep moving.
Okay, because like you said, Earl's a bigger fighter.
I think
Earl making 168.
I think that played a lot of the factor in that last fight with Bud.
Yeah, cutting. That was his last, because he already said that was his last fight. He only stayed to go undisputed.
They're gonna hate us in the comments, but I think that played a lot into it. All right, moving on. Charlo
against who?
Against Canelo. We already seen how that happened.
Oh, I was saying Charlo against Canelo. We saw what happened.
Yeah.
No, Canelo gets him out of here still.
Boots. I'm talking about the fights that's left for Bud to kind of see like.
Oh, Charlo fighting Crawford?
No. So for the next fights that we predict that Bud may make.
So if Charlo fights Crawford.
And if Charlo fights Crawford, this is all fairy tale land.
Okay. If Charlo fights Crawford, now he beats him by decision. In prime, he puts Charlo's ass on the ground.
Same thing.
Not even close.
Okay. So same factor with Boots then. Same scenario with Boots.
What Charlo are we talking about? I mean, what Crawford are we talking about? Both. Crawford now against Boots. I think Crawford frustrates Boots.
For sure. I can see that too.
And wins by decision. Prime Crawford.
Sleep.
Yeah, I know that's your man.
No.
That's your man.
I know.
That's your man.
I get it, and I know.
And I still think even Crawford now might put Boots to sleep. Boots get hit a lot. And if we want to take it to fairy tale land, if Prime Earl with Boots, I think it's early sleep too. I think Prime Earl with Boots, Prime Earl Spence against Boots, I'm thinking put fifth round.
You know what's gonna do him in that case, right? Like if Boots were to take that fight, like with a Prime Earl, he don't have like the confidence enough to like try to stand toe to toe with that type of Earl. You going to
any angle Earl?
You going to hell. You going, bro.
I know that's your man, but
nah, that's what I'm saying.
He get hit a lot.
You going to hell because I think it's the same reason why Boots has the fans that he does have. It's because he's willing to trade. Yeah. But again, I know you trading with a shark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know who you in the ring.
You traded with a killer, so I don't know if it goes the same way too.
I want to see Brian Norman against Haney. And I know a lot of people don't look at English fighters too much or look at Brian Norman too much.
I know we're from Atlanta.
I mean, no. I mean, like, but he fight overseas a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He don't fight like that's what I mean. He don't fight in America too much. I don't know if it's just me, but my eyes are telling me that this guy is somebody that actually is kind of like that.
Like low-key dangerous?
Yeah.
Like he's more dangerous than we probably giving
him credit for. Yeah. And I think people are gonna see that with the Haney. I think he'll get Haney out of here. If the fight happens.
With Cat, I think we talked about this off air, but it's like again, you had to introduce something to the equation that we just not seeing, that Haney hasn't put on tape yet.
Yeah, I mean,
that to why Haney will win, because I haven't seen it yet.
All right, so now we're getting off in the fairy tale.
Yeah,
right? And this is where my boxing brain go, and I know a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, some people agree with me, some people don't. Haney, when the head is on straight and goes in with a plan and goes in the box and knowing that he's not a knockout artist, don't try to prove that he's a knockout artist, I think he beats a lot of people. I think his defense and his boxing prowess, he can beat a lot of people. He listens to the outside noise too much and tries to go in there and knock people out when you're not that type of guy. If he keeps people at bay, uses his jab, he's athletic enough to be like, if he got away from his dad, I think Haney would probably be known as one of the greats of this generation.
I think
he has the athleticism to do that.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that. Brian Norman, I see athleticism, I see power, I see a cat that's still figuring out how to boxing IQ. And I think he's waiting for that chance to really get that fight against somebody to show everybody like, yo, he got the last guy out of here. And I think that's why he's taking that Haney fight, get his name up a little bit. That's the fight, depending on when Crawford take it. If Crawford keeps fighting and say that's like 47 or 46, and Crawford trying to get past Floyd.
You got to get the chance from young bucks to like get there.
If Crawford meets Norman like 3 fights down the road, well, he's a little bit older. He's touching like almost 40. Yeah. If he keeps fighting,
you have to catch him on like the back end.
I don't know about that. Brian Norman seems like he's a monster waiting to be unleashed. And I think people don't know stateside because he fights overseas a lot. I think his last fight was in England, right?
He fought a Japanese fighter, actually.
Yeah. Like he doesn't fight.
I'm getting my people mixed up.
He don't fight stateside as much as people give him credit.
It could very well be. Again, just because we don't see as many of his fights already. Yeah. But again, that's what we're going to see later on this year with this Haney fight. It's like, all right, this is going to be a showcase, if anything. Yeah. Because one, do I think Loma was the strongest fighter? No. Do I think when you start in like a more powerful puncher like Garcia into the equation, things kind of start to equalize themselves. Yeah. But I think, again, Haney's boxing IQ also took a jump up since that fight. Since, pretty much based off what his last performance earlier this year. Yeah. Like, okay, you looked a little bit better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You definitely went back to the lab a little bit. But again, going back to Bill, what you mentioned, I think a lot of his development has been stymied. That's the same reason why Brian Norman will get him out of here later on this year. You got to get away from him, bro. And again, I'm not trying to break up a father-son duo at all, by no means. But it's like, bro, a part of that is just from the development sake.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, you gotta see something different.
Yeah.
You gotta introduce something different to your game already.
It's just that's
30 plus fights in the game, or we gotta see something different.
Exactly. So, yeah, exactly. So Bud has fights to be made. It's about how much money you want to make and how much more you want to do it. I think Canelo has nothing else to prove. I really don't need to see Canelo in the ring again. I think Canelo, I mean, of course, if he wants to do it, he can.
Yeah, you
I think Canelo can fight whoever he wants to fight. Nobody's talking about there's no need to see him and like everybody's saying he shouldn't fight unless he's gonna fight Benavidez. There's no need for him to fight that man. Like
that fight had to be made sooner. Yeah. Not now.
There's no need for me to move up to light heavy and fight Benavidez. And I think Benavidez need to move on and try to get the Bivol better be fight. I mean, who you about to fight? Who is Benavidez in that card?
Who you got coming up in November? I can't remember the name of the guy right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just need to do your dominance at light heavy. Get that Bivol fight, get that better be fight, dominate there, and move on from the Canelo. That fight is done.
Yeah, let that go.
That fight is done. Once he fought Crawford, I said that he's not fighting Benavidez. It's either going to be Benavidez or it's going to be Crawford. He picked Crawford because he wanted to fight at 168. I don't think he wanted to move back up to 175 unless it's to fight Bivol to finish that loss. And speaking of Bivol, I think Bomac and them looked at a lot of Bivol tape. Because that's basically what everybody saying is what Floyd did to Canelo. Is really more what Bivol did.
I was about to ask you. So I don't know if I want to introduce a question while you're still going on your point, but it's like the quality in the fashion that Canelo has lost with Bivol, Floyd, and now Bud. What are some stark differences that you can see between all three of those games? Because I don't think it's just unilaterally they all won the same way.
I think unfortunately, I think people like to count the Floyd fight. But how old was Canelo? Like 19, 20?
I think he was in his 20s.
But he only had like 16 fights under his belt. He was real early fighting Floyd. Floyd was already been in this bag. I think didn't he fight Canelo after Madonna?
Yeah.
That was after like the Madonna fight, which people would say that's one of Floyd's toughest fights.
Yeah.
Floyd had the defense. And for a young fighter like Canelo, not being able to hit somebody
that was too much.
Bivol, I think Canelo had been on that knockout spree and hadn't seen a boxer in a minute. Nobody he really feared in boxing in a minute. So it wasn't, I'll jab you.
Just overwhelming.
Like think about it. When he fought Bivol, he hadn't really had a real true test since Triple G.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Still one of the greatest boxing trilogies ever, in my eyes.
Same.
So he went up to Bivol and hadn't seen a boxer in a minute that he really feared. Not feared, but really had to really game plan for. Canelo, remember, he was on the street just getting cats out of here, getting them out of here. Like, I'm gonna wear you down eventually. And I think Crawford and Bivol kind of fought more the same style. Like, okay, got the reach. You're gonna have to come to me, and I'm gonna hit you. You're gonna take punishment every time you try to come inside. And I think they really modeled the Bivol more than they modeled the Floyd. Floyd used to shoulder roll, and then he couldn't hit him, frustrate him, and oh, you still can't hit me. I don't think Crawford was scared to get hit. I'm not saying that's insinuating that Floyd was scared to get hit, but I think Crawford never had no fear of getting hit.
Yeah.
So
just at the point where Canelo was at, I think it was just like, okay, we got this Mexican fighter that's like he's on a rampage. At that point, Canelo was just on a rampage.
Yeah, knocking
KO artist.
Yeah. People forgot how good of a counterpuncher he was.
Exactly.
Because after Triple G, he was just knocking cats out. Because really, if some of y'all cats that's new to this, Triple G was the knockout artist.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that Triple G was going to get Canelo out of it. Triple G just broke somebody's eye socket before fighting Canelo. Triple G was really the power puncher.
Mm-hmm.
And Canelo was known more of the boxer. But then after Triple G, I think Canelo found his power and said, okay, I can, you know what I'm saying? I can get hit and we can
Put
go
these things
find
together,
put these
yeah.
hands on some people. But I really think Crawford followed Bill.
I can see that. I can see that. I think it was just like going back to when Canelo fought Floyd. Floyd didn't see too much boxing at that point.
Yeah.
He didn't see too much to where like
this was that Floyd era where you could.
Yeah, it was just like, bro, this is like as himself he describes it like, well, this is a cakewalk. Yeah. This is a cakewalk. Like, it was too easy.
Like this was Floyd after Madonna when Floyd said, "Yo, I'm done standing in there. I don't got to prove to y'all I'm tough no more. I fought this man twice. I fought Madonna twice. We exchanged punches on the fought Sugar Shane twice. Cotto, I exchanged punches with them, got in the ring. I ain't got to do it no more."
I done seen
Floyd was at that point in his career when he fought Canelo, like, yo, hit me if you can. I'm gonna point you. Y'all might call it boring. I'm gonna win this fight. Just get my bag. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then going back to so we move back forward a little bit when Canelo fought Bivol, overwhelming boxer.
Yeah.
Overwhelming boxer. Bro was just precise. Again, especially for a fighter at that stage in Canelo's career, it was just like, I'm waiting for the counter punch. I'm waiting for, to really get my offense off the ground. Yeah. But again, tactician. Bivol was just too much of a tactician in that fight. Mm-hmm. Really pinning Canelo to the ropes, bro. Can't really get too much off in that fight. Same way, again, we moved to this past weekend. Never could get your game going. Beat you to the punch every time. Never could get your game going. That's what it's like, damn, is Crawford the most at their peak? Who do you see the most dangerous between Canelo and Crawford? All this is kind of going back to where they both
I think they're equal.
Sit when it comes to go
in their prime. That's why I said, like, everybody gonna talk about like prime, like how we talked about prime Floyd, prime Roy Jones, prime that. Like Max said it. In this era, for some of these cats, and like for us, like it's going to be said that prime Crawford couldn't be beat. It's going to be said that prime Canelo. It's hard to say prime Canelo couldn't be beat because he got beat. So it's going to be like prime Crawford couldn't be beat. Like how I feel about Andre Ward, how I feel about like the people that I grew up like Roy Jones, Floyd. Like I'm never going to put somebody in the ring out of any great, because out of my generation, any great that I'm gonna say that could beat Andre Ward. I don't care who you put up against. Or Roy, prime Roy. Even though Roy got beat towards the end, but prime Roy, I don't see nobody touching Roy. Light heavy Roy, middleweight Roy, light heavy, nobody. I don't see nobody beating Pretty Boy Floyd or Money Floyd. You know what I'm saying? And Crawford can go into that conversation like
nobody can beat him.
Who y'all gonna put against him? Nobody gonna beat him. Only person I can put up against him is a great, like a Floyd and Sugar Ray. Andre versus Evander. You know what I'm saying? Roy versus a Mike.
You know remember Roy, but that's what I'm saying. He talks to a younger crowd that don't remember Roy.
Exactly. I'm saying, like, that's, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like them the people I'll have to like put them up against, say to beat. There's nobody in this era I'm gonna say can beat
Crawford right now. Yeah.
Nobody in this era. Nobody in this era I'm really gonna say can beat Canelo besides the Bivol,
those guys.
The Bivol and the Crawford and the Floyd. Them three guys that I said, them two of them guys I said nobody can beat. I don't know about Bivol yet. Bivol's still making his legacy, right? But yeah, Crawford definitely goes to one of them guys. It's like the greatest of this legacy, of this generation. Just to sum it all up, man, in this conversation, where does boxing go from here now? You just had your two biggest kings fight each other.
Short order.
What's next?
That was the one to make. And I don't think either party is interested in a rematch. So again, couldn't say it better. Don't need one. So what is the next big fight, big boxing ticket in the game right now? I hate to see it. You hate to say it, but it will have to be. You have to go again lighter division. I think there's a lot of killers at 154. I don't think
it's a big name. You know what the big name is? People gonna hate to say.
Who's that?
Haney Tank.
It would have to. That's what I'm saying. You have to go lighter than that. You have to go.
That's the next this stuff, especially if Haney win against Brian Norman. Tank come back, handle business against Mont Roach, and they meet the catch weight. That's the fight that everybody want to see.
That's the next. Unless we're talking maybe Shakur and Tank. That's the only. We're talking about names right now. If we put two names on a bill right now, who's going to sell that thing?
Shakur got to show somebody something else for anybody to buy anything to watch him.
You got your answer because he's about to fight with T.O. at the top of 2026.
As long as that fight is all right.
We're believing what they sell.
That's what I'm saying.
You drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's what I'm saying.
If you just drink the Kool-Aid for a second,
because if they really want to fight, why can't they get it popping in November? And none of them been active.
They already said they. But
why can't they talk
about a new gym?
I understand that. So that's how another fight not about to happen. You don't have to wait. Y'all could have got this popping in December.
No question.
Or November. Both y'all in shape. It's only September. You can sign. Y'all could have got this popping in November. This fight could have been made this year. The reason why it's made the next year because they can back out. It's not happening.
Somebody getting injured.
They not signing. It's not signed yet. It's not signed. Like the one thing that I will give Haney credit for, and I'm like I'm caping for Haney on this pod a lot. Haney fight his second time fighting this year.
Yeah, I'm spinning the block.
I think Garcia, if he went on no bullshit, he probably would have fought again this year.
Mm-hmm.
Tank is fighting for the second time this year. He fight Jake Paul, but it's a bad thing. He fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lamont got back in the ring and fighting this year. Isak is fighting.
Yep.
Sebastian fighting for the second time this year at 154. Him and Thurman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Katz is fighting besides
Boots is back.
You
thinking about that?
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Boots is fighting again.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got Charlo coming back in the mix. Eventually, you're gonna have if Charlo and Spence really come back in this mix with Sebastian, with Brian Norman, with Haney fight, people gonna stop giving a damn about Shakur and T.O. People already stop giving a damn about T.O.
Move past it.
All right. So y'all gonna wait till next year to fight when everybody else get active. You fought once this year and it didn't look great.
It looked better than what you gave us before, but it didn't look great.
Right. Get it popping. Sign the deal. Let's fight in November.
I think the only way for
because they really fighting next year, then why can't Shakur? You can do a fight. You can fight again.
You can fight again.
You can fight in February. You can fight in November and fight again in February.
But it can buy his own admission. But by Shakur's own admission, that last fight, he took more punishment. To it, and his, like I said.
That's why nobody will. That's why Tank and Haney are the only ones out of them cats. That's why Garcia sold with Tank.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one that's gonna sell is Haney and Tank. If Haney beats Brian Norman, if Haney and Tank sign the dotted line, I think Haney want to beat Garcia. So I think he want to run it back with Garcia to get his revenge, which I can respect.
Yeah, but
if Haney and Tank sign the dotted line, big time fight. I don't think Shakur is a big time fight. Nobody fighting them cats don't want to fight him. It's not because they're scared to fight him. Like, what are you bringing to the table? Your fan base is very niche and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You saw about the comments when I said something about him. You saw about the comments that you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't think he's a draw. And he because he's in that Crawford camp, it's like something be said about cats in that camp feeling themselves too much and not really like that. You're not Crawford.
You're not the lead dog.
You're not Crawford. And Bomac is a great trainer, but you're not Crawford. Them cats are not Crawford. He's trying to feeling himself. Now look at him. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even got no real promoter or nothing. Shakur over there fighting once a year like he a baller, like he that guy. Crawford can fight once a year because he put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
So why are the guys in that camp not telling him to fight? You know why Boots stay active? Because Canelo told him to fight.
Stay in the gym.
That's why Boots stay active.
Stay in the gym.
Because his training mate who top dog is telling him like, yo, you got to keep fighting.
That's the only thing that's going to push the sport, honestly, if they stay active. It's entrusted with them to stay active. They got to
stay fighting so you don't get in trouble.
That's a fact. If he's not in camp, he in jail. That's a fact.
Like that's all I'm saying. Like it's something to be said about that camp that the rest of them got Crawforditis, like they Crawford. And I have respect for Bo Max. So I'm not gonna say it's just him. I know he doesn't train all them all the time.
Yeah.
But Charlo stayed active because Spence and the boys had them active. They all three of them stay active. It's something to be said about your camp not making you stay active.
Yeah.
And And I ain't gonna do that because he just won the fight. But you know, it's something to say about your leader not leading the camp. Like it's really like he really all about himself right now, which is cool because boxing is an individual sport.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, Boots stay active because he see Canelo. He in the camp with Canelo all the time. Like him and Canelo box together a lot. They train together. Ryan Garcia had to get kicked out of Canelo's camp because Canelo like, yo, you don't fight, bro.
You don't commit to the sport enough.
Why did this camp, the only person that said they committed is Crawford?
We stand next to the guy, then we'll be the guy. Because as long as you know that, hey, we winning over here and that's sufficing, you know, as long as I can guarantee that we winning, we still look good. I know we guarantee we winning. It's like, whew, that's about the last one. We still winning. Now, do I want to test that again? We about to see. Top of this year, you got T.O. Let's see what's up.
You're saying that camp, bro. Keyshawn over here begging Abdullah for a fight. We were talking shit earlier.
My oh my, how the tables are turned.
Crazy, bro. It's crazy. But it is what it is, man. It's some stars. That 154 division is looking good.
It's looking like that bag, bro.
Yeah, that 154 division got some stars that's growing. There's still some stars at welterweight. I think there's still some fights to be made at welterweight. But you know, but for Canelo and Crawford, they can retire. They good. Yeah. They don't have to fight.
Yeah, I'll still stay interested in 168 as long as Bud sticks around a little bit. I'll still stay interested in that division. 154 is probably at the top of my list. 140 is actually creeping up there because there's some activity there. I'm seeing that Lamont stepping up to fight Esau towards the end of this year. They both gonna be at 140, so that makes the game that makes the table a little bit interesting, especially with Antoine Russell still lingering around in the mist, that 140, and Hitchens a little bit still hanging around at 140. That's a quiet, you know, little underdog division right there that could get interesting. Yeah. But somebody gotta light the spark, bro. Somebody gotta light the spark because, bro, again, I can surely believe that if Canelo and Bud both said they wanted to walk away after last night, I couldn't blame both. Somebody gotta pick up that torch.
Not that time, man. So shout out to the Crawford camp, man. Shout out to people that thought Crawford was gonna win.
Big win.
You know what I'm saying? Big legacy fight, still a great weekend. You know, it's a great weekend of boxing, man. Need to start these fights a little bit earlier, but besides that, it was a good weekend, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. It's IDK Sports Podcast, your premium spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. Until next time.
Yeah.